we're in Port Elizabeth. Oh my God, can you feel the sun, the warmth of my skin? Very, very nice and beautiful. It's so majestic. It's been raining here for the past weekend. This is called Shark Rock in Port Elizabeth. So we're going to be talking about Port Elizabeth, how much of a beautiful city it is. And as you can now feel that I'm all wet and soaking, but it is part of what we do, discovering places, meeting interesting people. So we're going to be talking to some people today and finding out about Port Elizabeth, enjoying their cultures, their lifestyles. But as you would understand, going places is nothing but exploring a place and its interesting people. This is EMP. Join me on this edition of Going Places here in Port Elizabeth.
When do you get to go to KZN?
We just came from KZN.
I just came from KZN.
KZN was Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we did KZN. We started off in Newcastle.
Yeah.
And then we did Bizana. Bizana was quite interesting because we didn't even know that's where O.R. Tambo was born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also didn't know.
But you know what I mean? But you know, you look at O.R. Tambo airport,
Yeah.
and then you have no idea his story before. We learned a lot about him, man. We learned a lot about him.
Ngandla has just became a brand of Jacob Zuma.
Exactly.
And actually, Ngandla is a town. It's
Yeah.
not Jacob Zuma's house. I was saying to the
Ngandla is a town.
It's a town.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is what we were talking about. Is it his estate, this compound that's called Nkandla, or is the entire
It's an
town?
entire town. It's an entire town. It's called Ngandla. It's Ngandla. It's an entire town. But because his house is in Ngandla,
Now everybody is
everyone
taking
calls his house, his compound is in Ngandla.
So when you were saying you're from Nkandla yesterday, I actually thought maybe because you are like close by to his Zuma's house. Yeah.
Ngandla town.
The village where Zuma's estate is, what is it called?
The village where he comes from is called Kwanglamalala.
I don't know that.
I didn't know that. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's called Kwanglamalala.
So is this like the Europeans decided just to focus on the words or the
city or
the town that's easy to pronounce
To pronounce or something.
and label it as if
Because when this thing came out, it kept on saying private residence in Nkandla. And then the media converted it and said
Nkandla.
And then the whole thing is now Nkandla. You know? And
as if like he owns the entire town now.
Exactly. Because now I was asking the guy saying, you know, what frustrates me the most is that town has got such potential,
Yeah.
forest history. King Tachwayo, his grave is there. It's got a real history of South Africa. Actually, is there a lot of it.
You see, that was our misconception of the idea that if we have to go to Nkandla, people are thinking we're going to film
Exactly.
Jacob Zuma's house. That's what, even us, that's what we thought. We didn't even know that it's actual town.
It's a town. Nkandla. So the thing.
It's the first time you're hearing of it.
So the thing is,
I've never heard of it.
I was saying the municipality,
Yeah.
which is this is an IFP managed municipality,
Yeah.
should actually use should actually use the Jacob Zuma
Yeah.
thing currently to promote Nkandla, the real Nkandla.
The real Nkandla, the actual town itself. Thank you. Thank you.
Going places on global stage.
I mean, as I said, King Tachwayo's grave is there. Nkandla.
Yeah.
There's Nkandla Forest, which
Yeah.
is the biggest hiking, one of the biggest hiking places in the country.
Yeah. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah.
It's such a beautiful place, but anyway, I'm from there.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Do you know last night when you said you're from Nkandla, I was like, hi. Okay. Which part of the compound do you stay in? No, like seriously. Because I was so convinced that I should ask about the fire pool. You know?
This guy's in Zoma somewhere. How
I'm thinking that,
related?
yeah, man, surely you stay in the compound, you know, there's fire pool and
I
everything.
actually went to his wedding with Mantuli.
Yeah.
Everyone's invited. If Zuma is doing a wedding,
See the
or
culture.
or you have to be a VIP member to get inside the
You see,
compound.
you see, in Zulu, because he does it traditional. His weddings are all traditional because he's got more than he's taking a second wife, third wife.
Yeah.
He becomes an ordinary, and he's an ordinary person when he does that.
But it's
You don't even see his guards and all that.
Ah.
And the thing is, you don't get invited in our culture for that kind of a wedding. You go to a wedding.
whether it's Zoma's wedding,
It doesn't matter.
So it's open to the entire village,
To
yeah.
the entire village.
the meal is open to everyone.
And the meal is open to everyone, except there's a stage where when they do a reception, then it's an
Yeah,
invitation.
it's
and
an invitation, yeah.
you can't just rock up there if you don't have an invitation. But the initial wedding, everybody was there.
I'll be
So
there
packed.
too. Yeah.
It was so packed.
Jeez,
But
man.
that's what I was saying. Every December he plays chess with the kids
Was it?
in Kandla, in one
Yeah.
of the halls in town.
He's got a chess tournament in
He's
Kansas.
got a chess tournament.
Is it open? Is it an open chess tournament?
Open chess tournament.
What you doing, they said. What love would say.
Are you guys, you married into one family?
Yes.
Oh, your wife's younger sister to brothers-in-law. That's good, man. That's good, you know. So how often do you go down to KZN?
I'm going there next week.
Yeah?
Normally I say I think about 4 times a year.
Is it?
Depends.
Yeah.
But most of the time it's Easter weekend, long weekend. And then it's end of the year,
Yeah.
long weekend. Because we close business shutdown.
Yeah.
We've got that 15 days of that I go
Yeah.
there maybe for about, I come to Eastern Cape for about a week. And
Yeah.
then I go there for another week.
Yeah.
And I go on holiday for another week and back to Joburg.
Oh, all right.
My mom, my family is everywhere still. Mom
In
and dad is still in Ghana.
Kanta. So,
You grew up there, isn't it?
I grew up there. I
From a
only
young
left
boy,
there
from a young
from
boy.
a young boy up to I left there when I was starting looking for work.
yeah. Jeez. Where did you start working? Is it in Durban
I
or?
was in Joburg.
Is it? Oh, so you went straight to
I
Joburg?
started to Joburg. My dad was working for Liberty Life in Joburg. And
Oh, yeah.
when I was doing matric, he organized me a temporary job.
Yeah.
I was still to go to university. So working on that temporary job, then I decided not to go to university.
Yeah. You started grooming yourself into skill-based.
Skill-based
Yeah.
stuff, and then ended up in facilities.
Yeah.
Doing facilities, project management.
Yeah.
And then I worked for Liberty for 12 years.
That's it.
Then I left them after 12 years. Yeah. And then I joined Upland. I've been with them for 9 years.
Said. Says. So it looks like Amland is taking care of you, man. You know, people nowadays don't stay more than 2-5 years in one environment, you know?
You jump from one to another.
See,
Yeah.
my plan really is, I've stayed so long because I wanted to grasp
Well,
the property development skill and knowledge and all that. And then I really want to do my own stuff.
yeah.
You are a loyal guy. The first company you stay for 12 years, the second.
Hey, man, loyalty is everything. But it's sad because that's how the environment is right now.
That's what it is.
You know, every graduate doesn't stay for more than 2-3 years in one company. You know,
Funny enough, I got a call
yeah,
from an employment agency,
yeah,
and they're looking for a development manager.
yeah,
And then I said to them, look, I'm not planning to go leave the business I'm in and go to another business for the sake of money or for the sake of just doing it. I said, no, this company wants you to come join. I said, I'm not interested.
Look at the salary. It will increase.
I think it was close to double.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I said, no, look, I'm not interested. I'm not planning to go
yeah,
to another boss. I want to be my own boss.
yeah,
And then she said, give me a few names that you think
yeah,
they will be interested in looking at the job.
yeah.
I promise you, we couldn't find anybody.
What was their problem? Why?
Because everybody I mentioned to her said they've been on too many jobs and they haven't done anything really.
Because when you move 2 years, you know.
They are seen in the industry as without experience.
Yeah, yeah. The moment you change 2-3 jobs within a 5-year period, you haven't seen a project from concept, to implementation and seeing results. You know, nowadays it's like they're rotating them. Yeah? But I don't think you ever get what you want. All you need to do is take the environment as a grooming environment. You know? Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna go into a boxing club and say like, but I don't want to be beaten like this. You know what I mean? You need to come in, train hard, you develop your technique. You know, your unique technique as a person, and say, I'm a boxer who fights like this. So it's like being a soldier. You know, you can't go in and say like, they beat us, they shoot at us. Why are you a soldier then?
I'm a soldier.
What you doing, they said, on the good side.
On the 12th of September, we're hosting a Poiki course competition. Do you know what's a Poiki course?
I don't know it.
You don't know it? An Africa's tradition of cooking.
Okay.
They will cook. You cook with a three-legged pot.
Yeah, the big black ones.
The big black one. The big one.
You put in your meat. You put in your veggies together. It cooks for about between 4 and 6 hours. You put wine on it. You can do lamb poiki, you can do chicken poiki.
When does this happen?
On the 12th of September. Now what happens is with that we go out, we get our professional clients, banks. Yeah. There's banks there, there's lawyers, there's architects, everybody that we've ever worked with. We send an invitation. They enter with 1,000 rand, take that money and put it towards crash and dip sword, community hall, paint it, fix it up. I think for the past 3 years running it, we raise about 300,000 on a day.
On a day?
Yeah.
Your team, it's going to be between 1 and 10 people.
Yeah.
You win with your creativity.
Yeah.
Your stand, how you build the stand, the name of your team.
Yeah.
And then the judges, we've got a hotel school coming in to do the judging on food.
We run 5 academies, so each year we take grade 10s, we run an academy, then it's a 2-year program.
Yeah.
The following year we take another grade 10, so when these are in grade 11, we have another grade. For this to be sustainable, it needs to be a culture of activating young people in the school and transferring these leadership skills.
You know, our government said education is going to be free. How many schools are falling apart today? Because when we were still starting, we were going to school, we were paying, I remember I was paying my school fees about 30 rand or 40 rand a year. No school was going to be broken. Before schools open, the whole school comes to school 3 days or 5 days before. We clean the whole school.
Yeah.
Today, you know,
You don't get that anymore.
Without that,
No gardening, no cleaning windows and floors.
it's that community, same community that is their school. They break it.
They vandalize.
They vandalize the school for scrap matter. Because
Are
they
you
don't-
telling me schools don't do that anymore?
No, no.
I mean, in Grahamstown, we've got this pilot project where the schools have been given tech. The community is trying to break in to steal those tablets.
Exactly. Because they don't, government is going to pay. That's the biggest mistake that I think the government has ever done is making people believe that they'll get everything for free.
So this is how we do it on Going Places with EMP, discovering Port Elizabeth, where you've enjoyed so much more that we've learned over breakfast about Nkandla being a town, not just a presidential estate, as people have been talking about it. So for more from us, going down the Garden Road as we stop in Georgia and Knysna till we get to the mother city. This is EMP on Going Places. Stay tuned for more.
Watching Going Places on Global State.